Hey everyone, I'm back. Okay, I'm going to start off by saying I have a cold and cough. So, we are going to use Doodlebug I Love Travel. Now, I'm going to cough. I'm not going to blow my nose on camera or anything like that, but I'm just warning you now that I'm pretty congested. But I really wanted to make the video because I have been without you guys for so long. And I wanted to tell you about my day, about my weekend. It's already been a week, you guys. Can you believe that? It's been a week yesterday. And I'm like, how time has flown by. Sorry. It's going to be a rough one. So I'm hoping to get through it, though. I filmed more videos yesterday of unboxings. And what ended up happening, let me tell you real quick, then I'll get to the story of the pictures, is that we had our crafty event, but Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I ate regular food because it's hard to eat completely organic when I'm on the road kind of thing, right? We do at Disneyland, we did at Disneyland, that kind of stuff, but when it comes to 3 days like that, it's so hard, you guys. So, I didn't even bother, and so I ate, you know, I had pancakes, and I had pizza, and I had hamburgers with fries, and so I had every junk possible. And then I had, you know, the sweets table was there, and I had every junk. I had so much candy, and it was just, you know, it was a bodacious girl on the loose, and that's, you know, that's what it truly was. And well, my body is not used to that, for one thing, and for another is that stuff has a detrimental effect to my system, to my immune system. And so, I know it sounds weird, but you have to know your own body, okay? It doesn't work the same for everybody. This just, for me, this is what happens. And so I ended up getting sick. Well, I ended up getting home, and I knew that I was like, man, how much weight did I gain? So I got on the scale on Sunday, and Monday morning, I got on the scale, my kids, and I was like, okay, I gained 5 pounds. Wonderful, you know, you work so hard to get rid of it, and then you don't, right? You gain it back within minutes. And so, so, at this moment in time, I don't have bronchitis yet, so hopefully not. So you guys cross your fingers with me. And so, well, I gained 5 pounds. So I was like, well, darn it, I need to go to the gym, right? I need to work my butt off. I need to get these 5 pounds off because I earned what weight loss I've already done. And so I go to the gym 2 times on Monday, 1 morning class, 1 night class. And then on Tuesdays, I walk with my friend 3 miles, and then I go to the gym and do a class for an hour. And then that's back to back. So it's 2 hours of basically working out. And then Wednesday, I go at night to class. Sorry. That's the Anaheim Ducks. That picture came out so gorgeous, and I was so shocked at myself. But that's the duck. He looks pretty bad butt there, doesn't he? And so I was like, okay. And then I go to the gym. I walk with my friend Thursday, and I go to the gym on Thursday morning after my walk. So Tuesdays and Thursdays, basically, it's 2 hours of working out. And so I'm on antibiotics, by the way. So but it's funny because, you know, you do virtual, or you do Zoom with your doctor, so she can't even, you know, so that's kind of hilarious. But as long as they get their copay, it doesn't matter, right? And so, anyway, so then I knew, oh, wrong way. I knew that I wasn't going to, I knew I was going to go to the gym. And so the instructor, who's our favorite instructor, Cheyenne and I, who's also Cheyenne's personal trainer, she was there Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday she wasn't. So Wednesday and Thursday she wasn't going to be there. But on I want to say Tuesday, I started feeling awful. And then I was like, okay, I started feeling awful. I knew I wasn't going to do Wednesday's class because I don't like the instructor. He's very insulting, and I knew I didn't want to do that. And so, but then Wednesday night, I started feeling like crud. Well, then I got the flu. I got the flu. And I know when I got the flu because what ended up happening is because my system was down because of the not eating right and just all the badness. The gym I go to, isn't she gorgeous? She's so pretty. The gym I go to, they have 3 in their classroom. They have 3 big air conditioning units, and they blow cold air when they turn them on. It's like, what is that, Mach 10, whatever they call it. And so you have air that is, they got their bark box yesterday, so she's loving our toys. There's Dory. And so she, so the air was on, and I always, when my immune system's down, she scared herself. When my immune system's down, anything will trigger me to get sick. Well, the air conditioner, going from the air conditioner blowing on me to going outside where it was, 90 degrees, that's why I don't use the AC in my car anymore. I stopped doing that years ago because I was getting sick so much. And going from the heat to the AC, I'm one of those people that it affects. And I don't know if it's because I have a compromised immune system or what. But so I was like, okay. So I knew when I got sick what was, like, oh shoot, this is gonna happen, right? And I was like, oh man. So it was unavoidable, kind of. And I mean, if it was avoidable, I would have avoided it, because who wants to be sick in their right mind? I mean, who really loves this stuff? I don't know. And so then I called. I didn't get to go work out Thursday. She had a sub anyways. And then I didn't get to go walk with my friend because I had the flu, and then I had a low-grade fever. And then Tim brought home a test kit on Friday because he was gone for 72 hours. So I was on my own anyways. And this cute, this is when they do those little things. Look at my kids. He was actually a good sport this day that they went. They went for their anniversary. And I'll tell you the story about in a minute. But what the pictures are about. And so I need to choke. You guys have been with me before when I had pneumonia, and you guys told me to go to the hospital. I did. Well, it's like that again, right? And so the doctor says, and then I had a low-grade fever, and so, but Tim brought home the test kit for COVID, and I'm negative for COVID, and we still have the flu, pneumonia, we still have those things. They weren't eradicated. And so I ended up getting the flu. And because my test is negative, I had a low-grade fever. I had body chills, body aches, which triggered the fibromyalgia. So you couldn't touch like the top of my head without it being agony. It was excruciating on Friday. What is today? Saturday? No, Thursday. Thursday was agony. And so Friday is when I got my medication from the doctor. And so I'm on antibiotics and stuff. And we're just keeping an eye on me, basically, to make sure I don't get worse. The flu went away. I got rid of the flu. But I broke my fever and everything else. And but what's still there, what came though, is the cold and cough. And so I'm like, okay, so that is, I don't want to sniff up my boogers, so I'm trying to be very, very good. So they, let me try and catch my breath. I'm not out of breath, like I was with pneumonia, but I do feel like I'm hot right now, and I just, I haven't been, I guess I'm out of breath mainly because I haven't been talking to anybody. I haven't talked to anybody. And this is the most right now I've been. And so now that I have the congestion. So, I woke up feeling better, but then everything I think is draining, and that's how come I have so much congestion and stuff like that, is what I think. I'm not a doctor. I don't know. I don't even play one on TV, so I don't know. But if it gets worse on Monday, then I'll call her back and see if she wants me to go in to, you know, test anything or you know, like my BP and all that stuff. But Tim's at work. Of course he's at work. But so he'll be home tomorrow and he can keep an eye on things. He's had a congestion problem for 2 weeks. So I didn't catch it from him because he's only been home like 2 days. In 2 weeks he's only been home like 2 days. So I didn't catch it from him. As I was trying to tell him, I felt it. I felt when it happened. And that is, to me, is so funny, is when you do know your body so well and you do know the minute that you're like, oh man, I'm gonna get sick, because you felt it. And that is me when it comes to the in and out, you know, the heat and the cold, and that sucks. It sucks so bad, you guys. But it was bound to happen. I didn't get sick at the event, so nothing like that. It was all from home. It was from those darn air conditioning units at the gym. I mean, there are 3 huge ones, and they blow on the people. They don't blow like, I don't know why they did that, but they don't blow this way. They blow down, and so they're down on people. Why is it so blurry? Okay. They blow down on people, which I think is so weird. Why more people are not sick, I don't know. So it's just weird. Okay, so anyway, so that's why I'm sick. Sorry guys, that's all. I'm just whining at this point because I'm like, oh, I hate being sick. I hate it. But I was hoping at least if something was good was to come out of this, that I would get my smell and taste back. But so far, no go. So of course not, right? That would be too awesome. It's only been since August. So not too bad either that I got the flu, what is it, 10 months later? Yeah, 10 months after COVID. So not bad, you know, for me being always sickly. Sorry guys. And so yeah, so enough of that. Let me tell you about, this is the week we went to Disneyland. And we went to Disneyland because we flew. Tim and I were, you know, we're old, we're old heavy metal people. And now we're new heavy metal people, because like my favorite group of all time is Five Finger Death Punch. I freaking love that band. And I saw them in concert, and I PL'd it, you know, a few years ago. And we went to Ghost. Ghost was the headliner, but Volbeat was the opening act, and we love both these bands. But I was so terrified when Ghost came on, because they love their pyrotechnics. Pyrotechnics, is that what you call it? And we were up too high. I thought the stadium wasn't as big as it is, because I stopped buying lower or higher nosebleed seats. I stopped doing that because I'm terrified of being that high. And I'm only terrified of being that high when I know that there's loud booms that are gonna happen. And so I stopped buying tickets that were so high. But the way the stadium looked, it looked to me like it was lower. So we never been in this stadium before, and it's not like I memorized stadiums anyway. So even if I had been there, I would not have remembered, you know, what seat is what. So, but you're talking like, they had strobe lights, they had pyrotechnics, they had all of that stuff that was an overstimulation for this introvert, and it was too much. So I was holding on to Tim for dear life, and I felt so bad. And he goes, never again. He says, we're not doing this again. And I said, you know what, I'm sorry, but I agree. I can't. I just can't. Oh my God, I was so terrified, you guys. It was unbelievably terrifying, because I don't like loud booms. I don't. That's why I'm terrified of balloons. The unexpectedness of them popping and the sound of them is just too much. And so I She loves the car. And so I didn't get to take a pic. This was like when they were setting up. This is before all the mayhem started. And so I didn't get to take a picture of Ghost. I did video my favorite songs, and that was fun. But it was me squeezing my eyes shut while holding my camera, and I was just holding my camera. But it was, so at least I got that. But I did not enjoy myself. I did not. I was too scared. It was overwhelming. It was too much. It was way too much. And so yeah, as much as I love concerts, I just can't. And especially in my older age, where I'm just like getting more and more sensitive. I mean, you can call it sensitive or call it, you know, like another, you know, degrading remark. I don't know, but I'm just not able to do it. And so luckily, I mean, poor Tim, I probably left some bruises on him because I was like gripping him so tight, and he felt so bad, and I wanted to leave so bad, but I wasn't going to do it. So I stuck through the whole concert, you guys. I stuck through it all, and it was so hard. If you watch their video, you can watch their concert on it's Ghost. If you can watch their concert on YouTube, and you'll see what I mean. It was bad. It was bad. I don't know why they can't just sing. Like Five Finger Death Punch, they were like the best concert ever because he let his vocals be the artistry of Five Finger Death Punch. And he didn't have pyros, he didn't have any of that. He just sang, and it was beautiful. It was so beautiful. But Shinedown, the people who played before him, were all about the pyros, and he's just like, he came out and he was just like, wow guys. And so it's all smoky, and so it was just crazy. But I'm like, you know, we don't need that stuff. Why do you need it? So hold on. so yeah. Oh, goodness. But anyway, so we flew down. We had that concert that night. So what ended up happening is we had the concert this night. Well, we have annual passes. So we were like, let's just fly down for the day. Let's fly down. Let's go to Disneyland. After Disneyland, let's go to the hotel. Our hotel is directly across the street from the Honda Center. And that's where we that's our hotel that we stay at every time we go to Disneyland. So that's where so it was actually perfect. So we had already booked our stay and everything else. So then we flew out the next morning, and because the concert got over like at 10 or 11 or so. So it was a late concert, and oh god, they started so late. They were they didn't even, I don't even think they sang very much Ghost in it, because they took so long setting up their stage, and it was like, why they didn't do anything with their stage. There wasn't anything spectacular about their stage, so it was kind of weird. But sorry, I am out of breath. I haven't talked this much. I seriously haven't. And but I mean, I walked down the hallway and I'm not out of breath. When I had pneumonia, if you guys remember, I couldn't even go too long without speaking. And I couldn't even walk without almost dying. So, but no, this doesn't feel like that. This just feels like I haven't talked in a long time, and I'm trying to, I don't know. It's kind of weird, but I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad. I just sound bad. And so anyway, so we flew down, and then, but the kids decided that they were going to drive down because they went for their anniversary, and they only had one day together, so they wanted to drive down, and they were going to go the next day, but they decided this at the spur of the moment. So sorry, I didn't mean to do that. So they decided to drive at the spur of the moment, so we didn't get to plan where we could have stayed an extra day that we could have, you know, but they did it spontaneously, that it was like we didn't have time to change our flight and stuff, so we couldn't do anything about it. So but we went and had dinner with them that night. So we had dinner with them here, and then she was sending me pictures, and they had much better time by themselves than they would have with us anyways. Yeah, we're more, yeah, they had I'm sure they had a better time without us. So it actually worked out where, you know, I'm glad that it was just them two. So, because we've gone with all four of us, and we're a little fast for Matt. So look at these balloons. It says you are here, but yeah, we walk fast, and Matt is a little sloth, so he's got little legs. So we always joke with him, we're like, you and your little legs. So I was telling him, you need a boost. So I'm just always messing with him. He's got a great sense of humor. He can handle things. He's a cop, so of course he better have a good sense of humor. So but yeah, he's funny. But yeah, they went and had a great time. So she was sending me photos, and I absolutely loved them. I love the photos. So, and then he was actually smiling. He was in a little basket case. So he's a little frowny little dude. And so he actually made sure that he had a great time for Cheyenne, and that meant a lot to us. So anyway, that Cheyenne can get treated great and her day is awesome, then you know what, then it's worth it, you know, for us. So we love and appreciate him, because, you know, he makes her happy. So he doesn't have to make us happy, he needs to make her happy. We'll be moving in 3 years, so we'll only be seeing each other on FaceTime and stuff, so we won't be interfering in their lives. So, not that we do now, but still. And they get to move in on Wednesday, you guys. They get to move into their new home. So it's kind of cool. So excited for them. Oh, man. I totally... How did that happen? Oh, well. Okay, we're just going to live with it. It's crooked. I don't know how it went so... Or what is that, awry? Oh my gosh. Oh, so sucky. So sucky. But yeah, so anyways, whew, that scared me. Oh my gosh, I'm telling you guys, I'm on edge right now. That was just Cat behind me. I didn't even know she was behind me on the bed. She just scraped against the wall. I thought it was a squirrel. So, but yeah, so they get to move in on Wednesday, and I'm so excited. I'm counting down until they get their crap out of my house. So, and then Tim's putting in the tub tomorrow. So, oh my gosh, you guys, tub is out of the garage, which means we can clean our garage, which, oh my gosh, you guys, you have no idea how much my house is destroyed and how much it's killing me. It really is. But now that I'm sick, I'm like, ugh, just seriously, just shut the door. So, just shut the door. Oh, man, whew. It is warm. I am just sweating like you would not believe. Oh, goodness gracious, you guys. I don't know how doctors are able to diagnose. You know, they can't see down your throat. They can't see up your nose. They can't see in your ears. It's like via Zoom. It's like, why are they so scared? I don't get it. But they, you know, they sure as heck will hound you for your copay. That's the puzzle that I actually Mod Podged and put on my wall in my craft room. Yeah, so they'll get that from you, no problem. But to go see you, I'm like, come on. Don't you want to know if my throat is inflamed? Don't you want to know, you know, to help you diagnose me? So, it's just so weird. I don't get it, you guys. How can you doctor people this way? And why are you so scared? You know, you feel a mask works. You feel a mask saves you and me. Well, then wear a mask. We all have to wear the mask in the doctor's office, so we're all masked up. So what is the problem? I don't understand healthcare, you know, especially because I have a compromised immune system. So I would feel that you need to see me a little bit more than you would, let's say, like my daughter who's fit and young. I could see a Zoom conference with her, but you're talking me who's obese, who's, you know, late 40s and has 5 autoimmune diseases. Hello, you know, you'd think you would have me in your office so you can double check things, right? And I'm confused about that. So it bothers me. It completely bothers. I mean, shoot, even the vet will see the dogs and see you with the dog. So our vet, you know, he welcomes us in and we're all there. No masks, by the way. And I'm like, okay, so how come a friggin' vet will see your dog and you, but a doctor won't see you? It just seems so weird. I don't know. Maybe I'm not normal. Maybe my thinking is not normal. So this was Shiloh Walker. I have a lot of her books, but I hadn't been reading them. But this was a 4-star one. This one was a good one. I enjoyed it. So, oh gosh, the new book that I'm reading, the new author. Oh my gosh, her books are phenomenal. It's a trilogy, and I was reading one, and it was like 417 pages or something. And I told Jim, I was like 5 hours later, I'm like, dude, I'm like 250. I'm on page 250. He goes, wow. I go, yeah. I go, it's really good. When, you know, when you go through a book that quickly, it's because it's a good read. And so when I got 3/4 of the way, I was like, okay, I gotta get the other one. So I went and ordered number 2. So I started reading number 2, and 2 hours later, I'm on like page 200 and something. And Tim's like, I'm on page 200 of my book, and he started like last month, and I was like laughing. I'm like, yeah, babe, but reading is my life, and this book is so good. I'm like, hello. And so I'm hoping payday's on Wednesday, so I'm hoping I'm gonna get the 3rd book on Wednesday. Let me think about one. Let me look real quick what the name is. Let me show you guys, because I know a lot of you read the same books I do, and I know you probably don't want to wait until, well, that way we can talk about the book if you guys see it early. If you guys get it, then you'll know ahead of time. So it's this one. This is book number 2. Kelly St. Clair. This is number 2, but that's her name, Kelly St. Clair. And it's a supernatural battle, Vampire Towers. But yeah, so there's 3 of them. So get book 1 and let me know what you guys think, because hooey, I was like in love. And then I was reading the comment on like book 3, and someone was like, this is a total Me Too book. And I'm like, dudes, you're talking about vampires and werewolves. I'm like, well, vampires in this one, but I'm like, what are you talking about? This is what vampire books are all about, you know, possessiveness and chain you kind of thing, you know. I'm like, what are you talking about, this Me Too stuff? I'm like, oh my goodness, you have gone off the deep edge, because this is a paranormal romance. I'm like, this isn't real life. This is what you read to get away from the real life, you know, from the crud that we hear day in and day out. And, you know, now you're bringing our world, our real world, into our fiction. And I'm like, oh my God, you've never read a vampire book or a romance book? It's pretty much all that, you know. It's all about that. So, you know, geez, have you watched Shrek? Have you seen Fiona? You know, she was in a tower. So it's just, yeah. So it's so weird, you guys. Oh my goodness, she went there. And this unknown person, and I was just like, oh wow, this is just crazy sauce. But it's a great read, I think. I hope it ends good, you guys. I hope it ends good, because that would suck. That would really, really suck. Look how plain this title card is, but to me it packs so much punch. And I used the travel one, the travel stuff, because we flew and because my kids traveled by the car, and I love the whole theme of it. So I was like, you know, this is just good. This is, I love the theme of it. And look at, don't you think it worked out perfectly? I thought so. And then I love the dinosaur, because, you know, Ashy reminds me of a dino. And I love using the dinos on his layouts too. And I know it's kind of weird to throw a dino in, but I mean, the colors of course match because it's all Doodlebug. But look, they're just smiling. They're just, that's the back seat. And yeah, it's just cute. So what do you guys think? You guys like it? I hope so. I love it. It's super fun. I'm almost done. I'm almost done with week 11, and yeah, so I should be back by next week, you guys. All right, guys, take care. Wish me luck that I don't get worse. I don't want to get worse, so I'm trying to do all my antibiotics. I'm doing the day quills and doing night quills, and yeah, I'm trying to do good. All right, guys, take care. We'll see y'all later. Bye.